Welcome to another toy review with me, Matt Hunt. Hope everybody's doing okay. We're going to try and make this a short one because it's been a long day at work and I need some sleep. We're reviewing two things today. This is the Scissor and Blade Dial Fighter. New Lupin Ranger mech. Hey Tabitha, how are you? And then as a bonus, though I did have to pay on top of the toy for this is the Hammer Dial Fighter, which is limited edition. So that's cool, and it comes with a card for the new Super Sentai card lists. Alright, we'll start with this, and I have my Kaiser and my VS Changer all set up already. Hey Dennis, how are you? Thank you. These boxes get weirder and weirder. Hey Mario, hi Matthew. Alrighty. Okay, they come packaged like that, pretty compact. Open. It's fair. Blade and Hammer, I'm not sure which one is male or female, but I thought that was a very cool way to explain that change. And there he is. Or I should say, there they are. Really nice looking toy. They continue to make really nice paint accents with the blue paint on the windows. Just a cool looking toy all around. Weapons apparently have genders. Who knew? Alright, let's try this on the Versus Changer first. Come on. I mean, it's this year's Panda, so that would make sense. Yeah, you know what? I leave out doing the dial a lot, and with the smaller machines, it doesn't actually touch. You have to manually hit the button. But I'll do the dial. Hey Andrew, thank you for joining. It is satisfying. Yeah, so for those who don't have any of the light class VS vehicles, they don't touch the button that makes the spinny thing work. But yeah, it's fun. Okay, so they work on there. I do love Scissor and Blade. They might be my favorite so far. If my voice is a little soft, I apologize. It's the weather over here is going up and down, and it's making me very sick. So, here we go. Let's open these guys up. So this is just saying that it just pops off easily. Oh yeah, that is very easy. So I get my stuff at Image Anime. They, for the most part, get the toys in the day after, the Monday after they're released in Japan. So I work, they're in New York, I work pretty close to them, so I actually just have everything pre-ordered, they give me a call and I go pick it up. It's a beautiful situation. Okay, we'll actually try Blade as well in the changer. So here's Blade, little tiny guy. So you actually have to go like this. I do enjoy that they have their own individual sound effects, though, for sure. Just a little bit annoying that you have to manually do the small ones. But hey, small complaints. Okay, we can put the changer down now. Alrighty, so... for his, I guess he's in combat mode, but you can just kind of grab his blades and kind of stick them back. Yeah, the weather's weird, but it's been pretty temperate so far, and it looks like we're in for a good week in the East Coast, but it's doing a number on my sinuses and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that you can kind of fold the blades back. Let's see. Okay, here we go. And this is Scissor's combat mode. His bottom portion swings out. Then you kind of fold this like this, and you flip the scissors out like that. Very cool. Kind of insectoid in a way, but I like it. So that's definitely cool. Okay, we can sort of... The weather's nuts for sure. Okay, we can sort of transform him now. So that's that. You can kind of pose him any way you want. When you're combining, you keep him like this. And let's see what it tells me to do. Okay. Hey, Miss Epicure, thank you for joining. So you fold the scissors like this completely. Then we're gonna fold like this. That's pretty cool. Flipping like this. And then we're gonna pull that way. So you kind of get this as an arm. And you can kind of see, if you look really close, there's sort of a hand there. And actually on that side it could potentially hold something, but it's really just a screw joint. Those build rumors, I'm not sure how much stock I put in them. It sounds really cool, and I hope it's true. I hope Grease gets something, but I don't think... I don't know. We haven't had any sort of visual confirmation of things from that, or any listing, so... Lupin Ranger Pata Ranger this week was interesting, for sure. You have those episodes of Super Sentai. They love cross-dressing, and I you know, to each his own. I thought it was fine. Funny, also, but it was definitely an odd episode there. So that's a pretty cool arm. That's sort of original for Super Sentai, I feel like. Very different. I'm loving the Time Ranger inspiration on these guys. Paint app's beautiful, for sure. Okay. So Blade, pretty simple. You just kind of flip him back to how he was to make the sword. And that's it. That's his transformation. Okay. Yeah, he'll probably get a weapon or something, or if he doesn't, I mean, he'll get something, it's just, when is he going to get it? It might be in one of the V cinemas, is my guess. Okay, here's good, Lupin Kaiser, Sans left arm. We're going to go like this. That's how that fits together there. So it really gets very close to red, so I would be careful if anyone's recommending this to a younger person or has any children and they're into Super Sentai. This looks like the kind of thing that I would have destroyed as a little kid, just because it kind of hooks, doesn't really attach into red, but it rests on red a little bit, if you guys can see that. It's like, it's just super close. So there's no real, I mean, you can actually kind of fold it down if you want, which is cool, but for the most part, it just kind of stays at that level. Yeah, Grease either needs to have some sort of new development, whether it be a weapon or a power-up, or he has to be written off the show. I love Grease. He's probably one of my favorite characters on that show. But third riders sort of stagnate a little bit, and it's, I don't know, Build is too good for that, and he's not stagnated now, but I could see him being stagnated in the future if they don't give him anything, because Build has, you know, 800,000 forms, and they're sending up Banjo to be like a really important piece to the puzzle that is the show. So we'll see. So this guy gets just very simply placed in here. And then just like that. I guess should be slowing down. Yeah, I guess so. So if you unbend the blue's arm, is probably the best way to do it, even though you can technically, I guess, sort of ratchet him in like that. And then we have that. That is Lupin, Kaiser, Knight. And it's definitely my favorite combination so far. Yeah, he's just cool looking. I'm very excited for Time Rangers to be on DVD. It's a really cool thing. So yeah, I mean, he's cool. I like the red and the black kind of goes over the whole design. Just really cool. That red, black, blue, silver thing is really just fun to see. Okay, so that's Lupin, Kaiser, Knight. Put him on the side for a second, and we will go to the limited edition Hammer Dial Fighter. So depending on what store you buy this from, you're going to be able to get it different ways. Image Anime, where I picked these up, you had to buy it as a new product. But it's not something you can pre-order. Or not something that you could have pre-ordered. It was sort of a as supplies last kind of thing. Come in and buy it. They might get more, but does that work with Pato Kaiser? You can use it with Pato Kaiser, sure. It doesn't really look as appealing. I'll probably do it in the future, but I doubt Hammer will appear in the show again. But I like that they explained that it won't, instead of kind of just not having it show up anymore. Okay. Here's the data Cardos that you get. So it's Hammer Knight. That's pretty cool. I'll put that in my card binder. Yeah, it's great. I love the art on these cards. I wish I can get more of them, but you kind of have to be in Japan playing the games to do so. So, you know, I'll get them. Yeah, I like that there's an explanation. Panda showed up twice, I think, in Zyuohger. Maybe 3 times. So it wasn't underutilized, but we never got an explanation as to why Bear could do this thing and the rest of them couldn't. So I like that it's sort of, it's a promotional thing, but they explained it a little bit. You'll be able to find these on eBay. It's just a matter of paying for them. Like I think I paid like $44 for this, which is a lot for one little tiny thing, but also on eBay you're probably looking at the same plus shipping, so I didn't really mind it. Ideally, if you can get them for free as the giveaway, which is the intended way to buy them if you were in Japan. So it would technically be, if you were in Japan and you were buying them from the store, any deluxe VS vehicle would get you a free Hammer Dial Fighter while supplies last. I can't take chances with the toys. I have to go and buy the rest of the light vehicles that they just announced That's going to be pricey. Trying to save up for Morphicon and all that. So let's see how this guy works. Love the orange. I'm a big fan of orange mecha, so. Is there another trigger machine coming before the fire truck? There are light trigger machines coming before the fire truck. The only deluxe one before that is Crane. Crane will come out next month. Crane is sort of the counterpart to Scissor and Blade. That's Crane and Drill. So it's another two combiner one. It would have made more sense with the Goomba Panda thing. That's very true. Well, marginally more sense, I guess. Okay, so here we go. So pretty much Hammer is just a recolor of Blade. So it works the same way. You kind of fold these guys out. There's going to be a lot more light VSV. So right now we know about... There's a special Ichigo. That comes with Terabikun. I have that pre-ordered already. That's the clear version to match the clear red Dial Fighter. Then in the June MOOC, the Terabikun magazine book, you get Dog, a Trigger Machine Dog, which is the little dog molded repaint of Trigger Machine Ichigo. That's a cute one. What else? They just announced the Uniqlo ones, which are Prism Dial Fighter. Another red Dial Fighter repaint with sort of like a clear, prismy, funky 80s looking thing to it. And then the Trigger Machine Flash, which is sort of a solar panel car kind of thing, repaint of Ichigo in the light class. So yeah, the light ones are all going to be... I mean, the extra vehicles this year are all going to be light class because they're supposed to, in a way, be the same as like Cute-sama. But yeah, let's try this guy in the changer. Again, he's a mini class, so we're gonna have to manually do the the dial sounds. See, that's not fun. Because my hands are too big. See if I can get something in there. I'll use my Gotcha Man pen. While repaints of Ichigo in red, they are the Red Rangers. It's easier to just pick one mold and say we're going to repaint this mold. Especially, Tabitha's got it. It's easier to repaint that mold than, say, picking certain molds. I think if they come upon... Have we seen Kyrie use his yet in show? Use which one? Sorry, I wasn't use none of the light. Hammer gets Hammer's in the most recent episode, but it's only used at robot size. Very cool. Okay. Switch him off. One last thing we gotta do, we have to make... Gotcha. Yeah, well, the Hammer is in the newest episode, so they timed it pretty well. So I'm gonna remove Blade. I'm gonna switch him to jet mode. Probably store him like that, just because he looks cool. Yeah, you're good, Frozen. Thank you for joining. So let's see. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You fold up his Hammer's there, so you kind of have that situation going on. Really cool looking weapon. And then you just place him where Blade was. They're fairly light, so I wouldn't worry about there being any real stress on the arms. And then you have Hammer Knight. Very cool, very Gao Gaigar. I love the gold dial is pretty sick. I could do that. That's very true. Yeah, good note. I'll leave it like this for now, but that's cool if I need some room. Why do they do Hammer? Well, Hammer was planned as a promotion. Will X get any light versions? There is one sound effect that would maybe be related to a train from the leaked sound effects. We don't really know. So if that's the case, then it'll probably be a recolor of one of his trains in the light class. I'm expecting a couple of candy or gachapon sets, maybe one or two, that'll have a light version original included, sort of like how they did the Q-Tama. But I'm also expecting more Q-Tama, so yeah, but that's it. This is Lupin Kaiser Hammer Knight. I do love it. Very, very cool looking. Okay, I can take your questions for like 5 minutes, and then I want to head out. Yeah, there's, you know, so there's an ice-based sound effect in the VS Changer, for an upcoming VS vehicle. So it could be a recolor of a train, or it could be something else, or it could be for the bad guys. There's a lot of possibilities, because there's some evil sound effects in the VS Changer as well. Yeah. I don't know. The weather for us is in the 60s for the rest of the week at least. That's nice. It's going to be rainy tomorrow, but that's okay, I think. But just the up and down between the cold and the hot is kind of maxed out my voice. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? And then I'll wrap it up. I do love this guy. So cool. Crane's not out for another month though, so got some time to hang out with him. Do I cosplay as Rangers? I do not cosplay much. That's Paint Doubtfather, by the way. I'm good, Frozen. How are you? As far as cosplay goes, I'm an actor, so I do a lot of dressing up in my free time anyway. So cosplay doesn't really appeal to me much, and I really like to get into costumes when I'm in costumes. So I don't think me being my size and proportions, I'd be happy being in a ranger suit unless it fit the character. So like, I've always wanted to like do like a Key Ranger or a Yellow Owl. Would be pretty cool at some point. But cosplay is expensive too, so I have a lot of friends who do it. I support it. I think it's a really cool idea, but for me, it's not my favorite thing in the world. Yeah, it is a little weird that build scans are taking so long, but you know, it's sort of, we know that there's stuff coming. It's just a matter of how much stuff. Is it only Dragon Rabbit? Frozen, I am caught up on my DC television for once in my human life. I'm going to go watch Supergirl, actually, after this, probably to calm myself down. But yeah, the last episode of Arrow was actually pretty intense and different. So that was cool. We had to watch it in New York on a Sunday, which wasn't great because of baseball preempting things on Thursday. So that was kind of weird. But really good episode. Sort of a different take on the show, like not having Oliver Queen really be the focus at all, except for like one scene, was kind of interesting. Super, you know, I love the DC shows, so I enjoy them. I hear people sort of rag on some of them sometimes, like this season is sort of not so good and blah blah blah, but every show has their ups and downs, and they've been renewed, so what do people know? I'm just waiting to hear if S.H.I.E.L.D. got renewed. You know, I'd miss it if it was gone. Flash is probably my favorite after Legends. iZombie wasn't renewed. Wow. Huh. It is DC TV. But it has a weird production schedule, so that's not surprising to me. They'll probably have to wrap it up this... I mean, they've done essentially what you can do. I mean, you can always... Yeah, Flash last episode was fantastic. They've done... With iZombie, I feel like they've done all they can do, almost. And I love it. I love the characters. I love seeing Rose McIver on television in general. But I feel like it's heading towards a logical conclusion. And maybe it's good that it is. Noise and intolerance in my house. Yeah, so that's sad, but I could see why. Is Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ending? Because I heard it was on the bubble. Which doesn't mean it's canceled, it just means that they're not certain about renewal. So those usually get late renewal ads. But definitely everything DC, I guess, except for iZombie, which sucks, got renewed, which is nice. Coulson is everything. You know, they might be trying to end it proactively with S.H.I.E.L.D. just to get him back in the movies and also to get other stuff going. But there's still going to be so many other Marvel television shows between Hulu, Netflix, and now Freeform. It's kind of, you know, it's not... I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think it's only gotten better as the years have gone on. But I don't think it's... I don't think that they would have it on past when they need it to be on. Yeah, that's why I'm confused. I don't see any iZombie information. I thought iZombie was also on the bubble. Same with S.H.I.E.L.D. He is going to be in Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s. It's awesome that he's in it, but that's sort of a continuity thing, more so than them taking the S.H.I.E.L.D. people and putting them in movies. Which I feel like you could do with a couple of them. Quake... sorry, my voice peaked there. Quake could definitely show up in a couple of movies, and it makes sense. I don't know about a lot of the other characters, but they could all kind of show up as cameos, I guess, in different things, and that'd be cool. I don't know, I think S.H.I.E.L.D. is really good. I haven't seen anything that it's been canceled. I've only seen that it's on the bubble. Same for iZombie. I have to do some investigation now. They're usually pretty public about that. So it should be easy to see. If it's canceled, it's canceled. Ghost Rider vs. Hulk. I thought they did a very good job with Ghost Rider on S.H.I.E.L.D., honestly. They kind of got the whole mythos in there without having to do too much explanation, so. Alright, I'll take, let's say, 3 more questions or comments, and then I'm passing out. Put this little guy away. Next catalog would be July. So it is potentially possible that they'll hold off Build until July. If it really is only movie stuff, which it usually is. But that would be a little bit too short notice. My thinking is that Build is going to get its own catalog in a few weeks. You know, like a page or something here or there. Maybe stuck in with another show, and then they'll finish up Lupin Pato in July with its last catalog, and they'll throw the new Rider in there at the same time. That's sort of what we have to look forward to. So July sometime. Thank you, Captain Eclipse. That's what I figured. It's on the bubble, so. Yes, more forms for build. Definitely more forms. So after Rabbit and Tank, we have Genius coming up. And that'll be his final form. But then we'll also have the movie form, which is Rabbit Dragon. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, for Grease, I don't know if I trust those rumors. I could see Grease getting something in a V Cinema, for sure. Build only has 2 forms left that we know of, yeah. But that's, you know, what? He's got like 40-something forms, not including the trials. Trial forms, experimental forms, whatever you want to call them. Alright, my voice is going, guys. I'm sorry, I wish I could stay longer. I'm gonna... 67. He's got a lot. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna see if iZombie's canceled. Yeah, as far as toys go, you're probably only gonna have to buy 2 more build toys. Which is, you know, if you're only buying, like, bottles. You're gonna have the Genius bottle and then whatever Rabbit Dragon comes from. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining. Please share this out. Subscribe to the YouTube if you would like to. Follow me on Twitter at @TheRealManHunt. Yes, Evil Driver will have some sort of secret sound effect to it, which people will hack, I imagine. Alright guys, have a good one, and I'll see you for the next toy review, or should there be any sort of awe-inspiring news to drop. Do it, come on Twitter. We're mostly nice. It's at the Real Manhunt on Twitter. I'm forgetting my own name. See you guys. Thank you so much. Later.